Hello, my dear children. Welcome to another storytelling session. I know you all have missed my storytelling sessions, but today's storytelling session is going to be very special, okay? And it's going to be very different because today I'm not going to tell you a Panchatantra story. I will be telling you stories about proverbs. So, do you all know what is a proverb? Yes, a proverb is a short sentence that people say which gives advice or tells us something about life and their experience. So whenever you are confused and you don't know what to do, that is when proverbs will actually help you. So today I will be telling you stories about two proverbs. So proverb is also called as Gade in Kannada. Okay, first let me tell you one of the proverb in Kannada and the story for it, and then I'll tell you the equivalent English proverb. So the Kannada Gade goes like this. Kai kesaradare bai mosaru. And it means if you can get your hands dirty in wet mud, then you can reap the benefit of having curd. So can you tell me who actually touches the wet mud? It is a farmer, isn't it? So when a farmer has to grow the plants, he has to plow the soil and then he has to sow the seeds and then he has to water it and take care of the plants, and only after that the plants will grow. And then he can sell the vegetables or flowers or fruits and then he can get the money. So when he gets the money, he can buy curd or milk and he can eat it. Now imagine, what if the farmer had not done this hard work of plowing the field and planting the plants? Do you think he will have money then? Do you think he can actually afford to buy milk or curd? No, right? So let me tell you a story for this. So once upon a time, there were two friends who were very close to each other. The name of the first boy was Jack and the name of the second boy was John. Jack was a very good boy. He was very hardworking. So he used to wake up early in the morning, he used to brush his teeth, he used to have bath, and then he used to sit and study. He used to go to the school, come back and do the homework, and then he used to play. And he also respected his parents and did everything that they asked him to do. He did not waste his time watching TV or playing games. But then this other boy John, he was very lazy and he didn't want to study at all. So he used to play most of the time. He used to watch a lot of TV. He was not listening to his parents. And he never used to do his homework. He never used to study. So after a few days, there were exams in the school. Jack, who had studied really well, did very well in the exams and he got first rank. But whereas John, who had wasted his time by playing and not working hard, he failed in the exams. So this went on for a very long time, okay? So after a few years, Jack had done so well in the studies that he grew up to be a good boy, and then he got a very good job and he started earning good money. So he could actually buy a very good house for himself and he could buy all nice things that he wanted. He could buy a beautiful car and he could buy very good clothes and he could buy toys for his children and he could eat anything he wanted. But whereas John, who always failed in the exams, he ended up without any job. So he did not have money at all. So he could not live in a good house. He had to live in a hut. So do you know what happens in a hut, my dear children? When it rains, the rainwater starts dripping from the roof. So if you are sleeping in the night and if it starts raining, you will get wet and you cannot sleep. There will be no place to sleep. And when there is heavy storm, the hut is going to fly away. So you will be left with no house at all. Since John did not have money, he had to live in this hut. He could not eat good food. He did not have good clothes. And his children were very sad because John could not buy any toys for his children. So now do you understand why this happened, my dear children? This happened because Jack had worked very hard. And because Jack worked hard and he studied really well, that is why he was able to lead a very happy life. Okay, and that is what we mean by kai kesaradare bayi mosaru. Sometimes you may feel like you're not good at studies, like for example you're not good at mathematics or you're not good at science. So how can I study well in these subjects? But remember children, if you work hard enough, you will get very good at mathematics and science also. And the same thing will apply in anything that happens in your life, even if you don't know something. Okay, like for example, you want to learn music and you don't know how to play music. But if you work very hard, you will get very good at it. The same thing happens in dance, in sports, and so on. So, there is nothing when compared to hard work. If you work hard, you will definitely get better in it. Okay? Now, there is an English equivalent proverb for this particular Gade in Kannada. The proverb says, "As you sow, so shall you reap." The meaning of this particular proverb is, what is the kind of a seed that you sow, it is the same kind of a plant that you are going to reap. Like for example, if you are going to plant a seed of a flower plant, you are going to get a flower plant itself which is going to give you beautiful flowers. But in case, if you are going to sow a chilli seed, then you are going to get a plant that is going to give you chilies. So the kind of return that you are going to get depends on the kind of seed that you actually sow. So let me tell you a very quick story related to this proverb. So once upon a time in a village, there lived a very rich man. He was very rich and he used to protect all of his money and his valuables kept in a almirah. One night, 3 thieves broke into his house and they stole away all of his money. So after stealing the money, they started running very fast because they did not want anybody to catch them. And they ran and ran until they found a forest. So by the time they reached the forest, they started feeling very hungry. So they had put all the money that they had stolen in a big bag. Since all the thieves were feeling very hungry, 2 of the thieves decided to stay in the forest to take care of the bag full of money. And one of the thieves decides to go to a village nearby to get some food for them. So this third thief, when he goes to the village to get the food, he gets a very evil idea. So first he eats his dinner, and after that he packs dinners for the other 2 thieves and he mixes them with poison. So he thinks, if I can actually kill the other 2 thieves, then I can get the entire bag full of money only for myself. So thinking this, the thief starts walking to the forest with the bag full of food. Meanwhile, when this happens, the other 2 thieves who were looking after the bag full of money in the forest, they also start planning very evil. They start thinking that, what if we actually kill the third thief? Then we can divide the entire money among 2 of us. By this time, the third thief comes to the forest. The other 2 thieves, they kill him immediately and they eat the food which the third thief had bought them. Because the food had poison, the other 2 thieves also die. So now what has happened? All the 3 thieves have died and the bag of money doesn't belong to anybody now. So what did you understand by this, my dear children? If you are going to think evil about others, the same evil will happen to you in the future. And if you are going to think good things about others, the same good will come back to you at a later stage. Now, having understood these gades and proverbs, let me tell you how to apply this in your life. Now let us assume that there is an homework or a project which is given by your teachers to actually do at your home, and you are finding it very difficult and you don't want to do it. Then what you should do? You should try to recall all the proverbs that you have learned. And one of the proverbs that we learned today was Kai kesaradare bayi mosaru, which means if you can work very hard, then you can have the benefits of getting what you want. So you should recall that and you should apply it in your life. So if you can actually do the project which is going to be tough, put all your hard work and do it. Then you are going to get good results and good marks in your school. And based on those marks, you are going to get a good job in the future and you will get a lot of money. And you can buy anything that you want with that money. Right? Now let me tell you how to use the English proverb, as you sow, so shall you reap. Let us assume that you come across a friend who is always complaining that he is very sad and everybody is teasing him, nobody is talking to him nicely. Then you should actually recall this particular proverb, as you sow, so shall you reap. So what this means is that the friend who is telling you all these things, there is a possibility that he has not treated his friends and others nicely in his past, and that is why all those people are not treating him nicely today. And the same thing will also apply to you. Sometimes you might be very angry, and sometimes you may not like a person, and you may want to feel like hitting him, or you may want to feel like scolding him nicely. Then you have to recall this particular proverb, as you sow, so shall you reap. So today, if you are not going to treat that person properly, with respect, and if you are going to scold him or hit him or beat him, then in the future, people will also do the same thing to you. They will also not be nice with you and they will also hit you and beat you. So, if you want everyone to be nice with you and if you want everyone to be good with you, you should also be very good with others. So, did you like all these stories about the proverbs, my dear children? If so, could you please leave a comment for me telling that you liked it? If you don't know how to leave a comment, please ask your parents to do it, okay? And let me know if you want me to tell you more stories about these proverbs. See you in the next video, my dear children. Bye bye.